Hi, welcome to the Law Abiding American. Today I'd like to talk to you about why we need better drivers. Now, I live in Arizona now, so a lot of things I deal with are regarding Arizona. I was originally from California, but now I'm in Arizona, as I said. And what I don't understand is that our representatives here keep coming to us saying they want our roads safer. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But it seems like the laws they put forward, or the bills and laws, I should say, are not conforming to that. They actually make our roads less safe. Now, for example, this is part 2 to a previous video I did, and I'll put that in the link below so that you have that and can refer to it. But now we have Representative Kwai Nguyen, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, is planning on a proposal with House Bill 2786 to allow devices to be installed at the owner's expense for people who speed. So in other words, if they get a ticket for speeding, they can now, instead of losing their license, depending on the speed, they can put this device in their vehicle and continue to drive. But under this bill, which the courts will allow, it will directly limit how fast that vehicle can go. Now, for example, let's say the freeway is marked at 65 miles an hour. That's what it's going to limit their vehicle to do, according to what I understand from what I've read of this. But what I don't understand is, since I've lived in Arizona for the last going on 11 years now, I have yet to find a road anywhere that I have driven that nobody is not speeding. Everybody speeds. Every road. Our freeways around here, if you're not driving 70, 75 miles an hour, you're going to get run over. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And on a motorcycle, you betcha I'm watching what I'm doing. Now, as I learn more and more about the laws here, it totally flabbergasts me because it's actually making our roads less safe. But they keep coming up with band-aid fixes that are going to cost us millions upon millions of dollars, which is not going to fix the problem. The root cause of our problem is basically the drivers. Now, in my last video, I explained that, in my opinion, 95% of the drivers on the road today are not competent enough with enough driving skill to drive safely. We also require common sense as well as respect and courtesy for the other drivers out there. It's just not there. And until we fix that problem, we're not going to fix these other problems. Now, case in point, I told you about another bill, SB 1567, that was passed and put into law that does not allow our youth to drive off-road vehicles unless they are 16 years of age and have a driver's license. This is one of the most stupidest laws I have ever heard somebody come up with. Because I started riding motorcycles when I was 9 years old. The skill I learned in riding a motorcycle off-road, by the time I got to the road, I was a very good driver. Any situation that would come up would be second nature. There wasn't most things I could handle in a very, very fast reaction time. Now, I don't know what else to explain on that part of it, because when our youth are able to drive at a young age and learn the skills real time, they are much better than if they wait to do their driver's training and driver's education on the road with a permit. Because I would almost lay 10 to 1 odds that the person that's training them may not have that advanced driving skill. And seat time will not give it to you. Now, I've got another representative here that is wanting to push through HB 2003 that would allow 15-year-olds to get their permit and start driving with a licensed driver. Now, I don't think this is a bad thing unless they do not get the proper training, advanced training, before they get that permit. I mean, what are we going to do? I mean, we keep putting drivers out on these roads that really don't have the skill. Now, when I say advanced drivers training, I mean real world training with like how to properly watch and predict traffic. I mean, you've got to be able to read the road. And that means looking far beyond that car in front of you. You got to fix your eyes beyond that point and keep the car in front of you in your peripheral vision for the most part. Now, I'm not saying keep fixated on it. You learn to look. You're watching ahead, looking at it, keeping a lot of information in your peripheral vision. When I took up road racing, this was one of the aspects that I had to learn to keep myself safer out there, even though I was driving at a high rate of speed. Another thing that they would need to really learn is emergency braking. Okay? That is very critical. But there's a lot of times that instead of using brakes, you can use your accelerator to get away from the problem much safer than you can by braking. But it takes training. It takes looking. It takes learning. Another thing, for example, would be how to learn how to control a skid. What you need to do to help keep you safe when that happens. And there's more. I'm not going to deny it. And I feel that everybody out here should be doing these things. But they don't. This kind of training is not done. We're taught it from a book. That's what I was when I went through driver's training. I'm not real familiar with what they teach today, but when I went through driver's education, they taught this stuff from a book. When I did my driver's training, none of that was taught to me. But because I had been riding a motorcycle since 9 years old, I got that real training. I got real life experience on how to handle those situations. They became second nature before I even started riding on the road. Now, as I've explained, there is only one way we can fix this. And that is we have to fix the driver. Because the driver is the single most important safety feature in any vehicle. I don't care what it is. And until we fix that, we will not be able to make our roads safer. Because you've got to go to the root of the problem to fix it. Now, I'll be happy to share my opinions with anybody that would like to talk to me, any representative. Because until you do that, all you're doing is throwing money away. And I'm tired of my tax dollars being thrown away because you don't want to go to the root of the problem. Again, thank you for watching me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you take the time to do some advanced driving training. Go look it up. See if you get it out there so that you can become a better driver. Learn to respect the other drivers and be courteous to them on the road. Yeah, I know it gets really frustrating sometimes and whatnot, but also learn and develop common sense. I mean, you put these three factors together, your driving skill, common sense, respect and courtesy for other people on the road. You will have much safer roads. You will have less problems out there on the roads. And you may even do more to alleviate the problems like these traffic jams we see on the freeways, during certain times of the day. Because it only takes a few people just to screw up a freeway. And it just takes a long time to get undone. Because for example, I see people all the time, they hurry up and get on the freeway going 35, 40 miles an hour. And then once they get on, then they increase their speed instead of doing it before they merge. Or I've seen them also get onto the freeway like that, move over to the fast lane, and barely speed up while blocking other traffic. Now, they have a right to the road, I grant that. But you also have a responsibility to be courteous and put yourself on the right spot on the road if you can't drive as fast as the traffic, which means you got to be in a right-hand lane. Again, thank you for watching The Law Abiding American. I do appreciate your time. Take care and have a blessed day.